Today, we're going to talk about what diet is best for you. What's up, everyone? Welcome to my humble channel. Now let's get right on into it. A lot of you guys are going for all these diets: snake diet, fasting, carnivore diet, ketovore diet, low carb, high fat, paleo. Who still does paleo? And a keto omnivorous diet. Which one really should you choose? We have to consider what your goals are. If you want to lose weight, if you want to clear your skin up, if you want to help your fertility, build some muscle, help with inflammation, leaky gut, chronic fatigue, thyroid issues, you really have to choose wisely what dietary measure and lifestyle you're going to choose to fix these ailments. What diet is best for the individual? Okay, if your goals are weight loss, let's just start with weight loss. You have to choose a dietary measure that will stabilize your blood sugar. So what dietary measure would that be? It's in my opinion that a keto omnivorous diet is the best diet to drop body fat. That's a fly zapper. The reason why that is because you get fat, protein, and a little bit of carbohydrate from cruciferous vegetables or avocados. This way you can help balance the gut. And I'm going to get into histamine intolerance and why vegetables in very small amounts are important. But that variety of food plus stabilizing the gut and eating high fat, getting your stress down, and using a glucometer, you can go into ketosis land, access stubborn body fat. It doesn't happen overnight. It can take months. But once your body is primed and conditioned to break down body fat, convert it into ketones, you're training your body to break down fat and convert into ketone bodies via the liver is a beautiful thing. You can now access stubborn body fat you weren't able to before on a carbohydrate diet. You have to think about your hormones. That's really the issue with weight gain and weight loss. So we've got your reproductive hormones, we've got your thyroid hormones, your pancreatic hormones, your adrenal hormones. All of these, when one gets out of balance, they typically all get out of balance. Blood sugar spikes, insulin becomes resistant, and you're in storage mode. You have to think about cortisol, sleep, the timing of your food, because if you're experiencing hypoglycemia, you can't go more than 5 hours without eating. You can't. So many people keep pushing their body to the wall or to the limit because they think that they can go hours without eating because they're not hungry. If you're not hungry, you have to think, maybe I have an adrenal issue of cranking up the cortisol, drinking coffee, going around working really hard. When you haven't eaten anything, your body has to break down amino acids to stabilize your blood sugar. And when you do that, your immune system takes a hit, and this can aggravate the thyroid hormones, pancreatic hormones, and your reproductive hormones, and your adrenal hormones, all of them, just with stress. Keto omnivore is, for me, the best diet because you're driving ketosis. You're not carb dependent, which means you don't have to fuss with insulin levels. Once your insulin is stabilized, actually it's your blood sugar stable, and then your insulin becomes stable, and you get your stress down, you follow circadian rhythm, you start making ketones. Now the stubborn body fat. Now the stubborn body fat that you were experiencing before, when you were a carb burner, now you can start accessing those stubborn fat cells through a keto omnivorous diet. That's the best one, my opinion. Okay, this leads to my second option. If you have a gallbladder problem, you may not be able to do a high-fat carnivore or a high-fat ketogenic diet. You might have to start with carbs. Sort of like a paleo, but not at all paleo diet, where you're eating things like red potato, sweet potato, parsnip, potentially white rice in small amounts. You're eating every 3 hours, and some people have hypoglycemia so bad they got to eat every 2 hours, but that's hypoglycemia. Cemia. If you have a gallbladder issue, you're going to be carb dependent. Your fats are going to drop to anywhere between 80 and 120 grams instead of 200 and higher of fat. And you're going to eat that fat with protein. And you might actually have to use a little bit of animal fat and potentially plant fat together, so as you don't starve and tell your hypothalamus to not turn down your thyroid hormone. But here's the amazing thing. If your body can tolerate fat trimmings, then you can sort of bypass the problem with the butter, the lard, or the tallow for the short term. Ultimately, we want gobs and gobs of fat, so rendered fat would probably be the better choice to not have your protein go up and constantly going through fat trimmings. The next choice is a carnivore diet. I only recommend a carnivore diet if you're having inflammation, like, let's say, rheumatoid arthritis. If you're having a super bad eczema flare-up or plaque psoriasis, you have chronic diarrhea, you don't know what it's from, it could be this plant, it could be that plant, and to go on a strict carnivore diet for the short term, then you slowly start adding back in a very small amount of plants and titrating up. And the reason why we want a little plants is to stabilize the gut microbiome. It's not for pooping the fiber, it's to stabilize your bacteria and also keep diamine oxidase, crack-a-lackin, and in production. Histamine intolerance, leaky gut, SIBO, mast cell activation, even diverticulitis or Crohn's. Carnivore for the short term, like I mentioned prior, is a great solution. The problem is when you do carnivore for too long, your diamine oxidase tanks. And now your histamine or leaking gut is exacerbated and it's getting worse over time. And that is why you use carnivore for the short term to help seal up that small intestinal wall. Then you jump over to adding, and I mean a little bit of plants, to keep the microbiome good to go. And you can give that gut a break if you're having histamine or reaction to plants and your Crohn's or your diverticulitis is getting worse. Then you can use carnivore for the short term to heal the gut wall. Short term. Then, once it starts sealing back up, then you go and start introducing those plants, lovely plants, to stabilize the microbiome. Because if you have SIBO, you can't just do carnivore. I mean, you can try, you can do whatever you want, but I highly suggest not to do strict carnivore for too long. If you are experiencing infertility, cramps, polycystic ovarian syndrome, or your blood sugar's out of control, or you are a diabetic, super bad insulin resistance, keto omnivore, straight up, high fat, definitely. We want to adapt, regulate your insulin, balance your blood sugar, and you have to do that. It's not just the diet, it is the entire lifestyle. The entire 24-hour day is important when it comes to healing, even something as simple as sleep. If you have severe dehydration, and electrolyte issues, what diet is best? Keto omnivore. Because you're going to get potassium in the meat, but you're also going to get potassium in the plants, like avocado. These are my solutions. Comment below. Do you fit one of these categories? And are you struggling with what diet works best for you? Comment below. Angie. If you guys need a consultation, you can go to stephanieperson.com. It'll be in the show notes, and book a consultation. I also am working feverishly on this challenge. The whole thing, it's like a puzzle. I'm trying to, what day and what content and how to frame it so you guys really understand. And then my website guy has to put it on my website. So it will not be on Facebook. It'll be completely through my website. If you want to join my course, it's a monthly subscription. That's on Facebook. And that's also going to be ending right after the challenge. Everything will be on my site because the world is fracked up. And the less we use that social media, the better. Except for YouTube for now. Yeah. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook fan page is on Facebook, obviously. It's Stephanie the Business Person. My website, again, is stephanieperson.com. And I am out because I need to eat and relax. Although, no, I don't relax. I'll relax when my house is built, which is coming too soon. I'm so excited. And it'll be a full-on DIY. I'll do videos.